I've always wanted a pretty smile, and I just feel like that was never in the cards for me. But I love smiling, and I love laughing, and I love being my genuine self, but my teeth and my smile is not a portrayal of who I am. When I was younger, back in 2006, I got my braces put on for the first time. Had those on for about 6 to 7 years, and then had a retainer, got them taken off, and then got my braces put back on. About 8 months after that, I got them taken off with another retainer, and then a good year after that, I got my braces back on. When I first got my braces, the dentist building changed owners about 2 to 3 times, and the first time I got braces, we paid for 2 implants. My grandfather did. When they changed doctors again, we paid a second time, and I should have 4 brand new teeth in my mouth. I actually remember being very angry and yelling at my orthodontist, and all he kept saying was, I wasn't the one you signed on the dotted line with. My sister got a job here, and she told me about it. I watched some of the YouTube videos, and then I went on to the website and read a whole bunch of the reviews. I was kind of anxious, mainly because this is a big insecurity topic for me, and I would assume that it is for a lot of people who get something like this done. But after reading the reviews, I was content, and I had made the decision after about the first or second review that I'm all in. I hope I can finally take a sigh of relief, finish planning my wedding, because there was no way I was going to take my retainer out at my wedding. When I talk to somebody, I like to read their lips, and I feel like how they, how far they open their mouth or how they just speak has a lot to say about somebody. It's hard to look in the mirror, I get it, but there will come a time and a day where you can really feel good about yourself. You just have to keep going until then, and it'll happen.
Kasha, Bill Watson, good to meet you. Thank you for being on film with me today. Thank you, kiddo. What are you doing? In case y'all don't know, her name's Kyla. You'll see more about her. Today we're doing Smile Makeover, and we're doing it as a favor for a sister. This young lady helped her sister get a new smile, and we talked about it for a little bit, and instantly we just said, let's make room, and it's been a couple weeks. We were able to get it done in record time, mostly because Kayla works here, and she's been super cool, and it's easier to get things pushed along when you can walk to the lab. And I think you actually polished them for her, didn't you?
I did.
And I think I know probably as much or more about the story just from looking at it. I see it all the time. When people are young, their family takes them to the dentist. Mm-hmm. They took you to the dentist, and for some reason, they either pulled them or they didn't come down properly. But at the end of the day, you're left with braces and spacers and no teeth in the middle.
Yes.
Whatever dentist that spaced those teeth said, hey, here's a retainer until you can afford implants. Am I correct?
Yes.
How long ago was that?
I've had this retainer now for about 2 years, and it is absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, did you have one before that?
I did, and that one was broken in half, actually.
How long did you have it?
I had that one for probably about 1.5 years, and then I had my braces put back on because my teeth started spreading apart with my retainer being broken in half.
Oh, so then you had to get braces again?
Yeah, for the third time.
So you and your family have made thousands and thousands of dollars investments with orthodontists.
Yes.
Do you know if it was a general dentist or an orthodontist?
The first one was a general dentist, and we actually paid for 2 implants, and then they changed hands to a different orthodontist, and we paid again for 2 more implants.
And never got the implant?
And never got the implants.
You know, we hear that a lot where people don't understand. That's why it's so important to go with someone reputable. There's hundreds of thousands of dentists that walk in and out of offices every day. For instance, your parents have been out the money. For whatever reason, it just didn't come through. Both of you have contagious smiles. We just need to get it to where yours is matching your sister's. And she said that it was holding you back.
It is.
We need to get that changed. What happens is they give you these retainers. A couple years later, they fade. They have aging stains. They're subject to ultraviolet. So the ultraviolet creates a staining on its own just from sunlight. And the next thing you know, you have a tooth shade that's not consistent with what you wish it would be.
Yes.
And so you're walking around with a darker smile and you just learn to accept it. And every day it gets a little more gradual. You got kids, you got family, you got people. You don't have time to worry about it. I just did a video where the lady told me, she said, well, I didn't have any idea. She literally tells us, I just didn't realize it. Well, we see it instantly because we see it all the time. So when she sends me pictures, I go, I know what she's living with. And it was too small because you grow up. At the time you had it, you get bigger. And when you outgrow it, then it doesn't fit and you're stretching it to make it work. So then when it split, did you try to wear it broke?
I did, and it was worse. It was so bad because one part would just completely fall out at random times.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
At 29, so you've been dealing with this how many years?
Since 2006.
15, 16 years, all your important years of all your meet and greets, all your first impressions, all that was hindered. Some dentist made his money off doing implants for you twice and no-showed 2 times. And now you're sitting there trying to make your own life. And you're on your own now, and your mom's not responsible for you anymore, you know.
Unfortunately.
Right. Oh man, if I could go back home today, I would today. You have a sister that adores you from the old country.
I adore her.
She just thinks a lot of her sister, and there's no bullshit in that. She just thinks the world of you. She wants to get you this smile. Can I see what your smile looks like without it?
Without my retainer, of course.
What I hate about the retainer is it ages you when you don't deserve that. But otherwise, you've kept perfect care of your teeth.
I really tried to.
And you still do. It's just that you've got 2 teeth that are missing. Are you excited?
I am.
How long have you known about this?
I told you the day.
Yes.
The day.
And it was all about picking the date. And today is the date that I chose.
I understand you had to do some things to get here. You got babies?
I have 3 boys.
God, that's a lot of babies.
I had my first the day after my high school graduation. Graduated with honors and 2 awards.
Oh, congratulations. Where'd you graduate from?
Boswell High School
Oh, so
in
local.
Saginaw.
So that's not very far. Wow, and then you had a baby, and then you've had 2 other babies?
2 more.
But the dentistry thing's not something you can keep visiting, especially when you've been shortchanged.
So the place I actually got my retainer closed down.
Can you imagine?
So that's
I mean, whatever you do, don't follow her. It's always nice to see your work. I always tell you that when you polish these, eventually you'll see the picture come back. I sign off on every bag. Like the reason why there's 1,000 bags in there is because I have to sign them before they leave. And I look at those pictures and sometimes they come back. And I go, oh, I can't remember, I thought that was gonna be good, or I thought that was gonna fit. But I told you if you stayed here long enough, you'll actually see in full circle. Well, today you get to see pictures and now we get to see the difference. You ready to try these?
I am.
God, I hope these work. You know I'm as nervous as you are. I'm gonna start with the brightest ones.
Okay.
What do you think?
I am a bright star, so.
What happens is they take a little bit of time to get used to. What people don't know is a couple of years ago, we created the translucent, which was our trademark. We were so proud of it. And then months ago, we got a new ultra white. And it's so incredibly sophisticated in the way that it competes with cosmetic dental veneers on the highest level. There comes a time to where teeth have to be pigmented in order for them to be believable to the natural eye. If you can recognize a fake white, then it's just fake. If the mind doesn't recognize it as fake, then it's as real as it can be. When our chemists come up with this, we have not seen anything ever be this white and still be believable to the naked eye, and to the point where it only competes with the finest cosmetic dental veneers. It either hits it perfect or we got to tone it down. At a high level, we've seen some individuals that we were very proud of wear our veneers, and then we asked them to wear our ultra white, and on every occasion, bar none, they said the ultra white's the most perfect work they can imagine. So I say we start with these. Ready to go?
I am.
Oh. Last week I did a smile makeover in Missouri for a man that gifted a smile for somebody. They thought enough of her to say, I want that to happen. But when you find out your family has got something that you wish you could make for them, it's nice to have someone on your side. You ready to try these?
Yes, I am.
All right, I'm just trying to see if there's anything I can do to improve it first. All right, let's try it.
This is the top.
Let's try it.
Okay.
Let me see. Feels a little weird?
It does. It feels tight, but I mean, that's how the
It's supposed
retainer
to be.
started out.
I see what you're seeing. It got wide, didn't it? You just lit up, kid. Let me see. I just gotta see if there's anything we can find. You're a natural smiler, though. So
I love to smile.
Let's try this other one out. It's gonna feel big. It's gonna take a few minutes. Wow, went right on.
Oh my god. You look so good.
Wow, you ready to see it? I always think it's cool because we get to see it. You don't really get to see it.
I am ready to see it.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
No, it's going to take a lot to get used to. These are bright. And what you have to realize is that they're believable bright. No one in natural lighting is ever going to think any different. But it pops. And I can see it makes your eyes pop. It makes everything about you stand out. I can see wholeheartedly. It looks like you've had them forever already. You ready to see? I got to see one more time. Because what's happening is I want to see if there's anything we can do to improve it. You know, this is going to be crazy.
Dude, I love you so much, sister. Let's see, look at him. Look at him. Oh my god.
You should have had this like this whole time.
I've always dreamed about this day. Sorry, I'm not really good with mirrors.
Take a second. You dreamed about a day that you could smile?
Be me. I love smiling.
I could tell. I could tell.
But I've
it's
always...
so pretty. You get to put your hand down now.
I do get to put my hand down.
And people are going to tell you every day your smile's beautiful. Every freaking day.
They look so good. You look so
You said on the off chance.
Oh, sometimes they don't work, yeah. And you were just thinking maybe it's going to be one of those times where we need to do an adjustment or something. Oh my God. Wow, who are you going to show first? I think your husband?
Yes.
Your parents worked hard to get you a perfect smile. And life takes its toll, but they wanted to get you this smile. I mean, somebody worked hard to put you in braces twice. And to not get your implants is crazy. And they're just so expensive.
They are.
And then there's no guarantee that they'll look as good as you want them to look. And then they could discolor from your other teeth. It looks so chiseled, perfect white right now. It's unbelievable. You got to get where you're not used to absolutely close.
Very big on. I've always been that way. It's going to be I can feel myself wanting to just because.
Can you see each other?
You look so, oh my god.
That looks crazy.
Can you just take the top out?
Yeah.
Oh, it's tough, isn't it? Now let's see. You see the difference?
I do.
We made a major change. Let's put it back in. Let's look at the change as we go. You see how much that just changes like it never? And let me tell you this. Everyone will forget that they ever knew the old smile. Like they won't remember. They'll just like, oh, just something changed. Or she looks happier. Or she did better makeup. They won't know what it is. But this smile is so striking that for you to hide it's robbing people of the gift. Because your smile is...
It's perfect. Your smile is...
It's crazy.
Chef's kiss.
Fortunately, we have people back us up and go to bat for us. We just had a real passive conversation.
I was at the doctor's and she was like, stop what you're doing and send me a picture without your retainer. And I was like, oh, you're gonna put this in the group chat? Absolutely not. And I did. I did the right thing. And we were actually talking a few weeks ago. She was like, once you get your smile, what are you gonna do? And I was like, walk into a room like this.
Walk into a room.
Well, you just look amazing when you don't even try to smile. You look amazing.
Well, thank you.
I didn't see you before. People think that we meet and do all this. You never tried these on before. You never seen them before. She didn't show them to you before.
It's awesome how it just fell in place.
perfectly.
I just can't thank you so much for just giving me a little bit of your time.
We just talked about it. I knew what you were trying to do, so I tried to make it as easy as possible. I do know that ever since that day, I've seen hope in her eyes. Even today, we had to like, you need to kind of calm down for a minute, kiddo. Because
Oh, she texted me at like 6 a.m. She was like, today's the day. I actually feel pretty amazing right now. She knows how much this has weighed heavy on me. I mean, I've been engaged now for 7 years to my fiance. This year will be 14 years of us together.
You've been dating a guy for 14 years and your smile's holding you back?
I didn't want to, at my wedding, have to take my retainer out on my wedding day and put it in my pocket. And my husband was like, it's just, and I was like, it's not, because I want to feel my most beautiful self on the day that's supposed to be about love. And I love my husband, you know, and I would want everybody to feel just how much love we
But you gotta love
have.
yourself too. And if you're sitting there thinking, I'm not ready for this because I'm not bringing my best me, then you're not ready to be married because you want to offer your best. You got it done. I think they got you some impressions pretty quick.
They did. I actually followed your video.
Oh, you did? On how
And
to take the impressions?
we both messed up at the same time. I was like, I'm not alone.
If we got you implants, your smile still wouldn't be that beautiful. You'd still have to take a lot of bleaching. You'd still want to consider. Today, all that is removed with the fact that you have this thin veneer that just goes on. If you wear it at 29, you'll wear it at 39. Your smile's always going to stand out. I wouldn't want you to be older and wish you've had it 3 or 4 years ago. Well, it made a big difference.
It's
It makes a
crazy.
big
I'm
difference.
still in shock. I'm literally in awe. You deserve this, and you deserve everything that's going to happen.
All the things that you're going to do with this smile is going to happen when we're not around. And all the best things that are going to happen to you in your life actually hasn't happened yet. Some of them have, but all the best things haven't happened yet. Like, we won't be around when you get married. We won't be around when your kids graduate or go to prom, but your smile will be. And you'll be there to share that with other people. And that'll be a part of so many pictures that you take in the future where you had to hide or frown or restrict or constrict. You had to keep that from being a feature. And then today it's, everyone knows she's gonna, you know, her mom, the one that smiles all the time. You haven't quit smiling since I met you. Anything that you would tell people?
Take the chance. Don't be afraid. A hand up is not a hand out.
A lot of people have a smile. Your smile was obviously almost perfect minus 2 teeth. And even the smallest negative makes the whole smile go away. You know, there's some people that have crooked, misaligned. We see it every day. Their teeth are too long or too short. They're crooked and chipped and broke and missing and still have to try to make it in the smile. So let's wrap it up. Thank you so much.
Thank you for everything.
We did good. We
I
did
really do
amazing.
appreciate you.
I had no idea it was going to be as striking as it is. Boy, you can sure tell when people know that somebody's worth investing in. Guys, we'll see you next week. Thank you so much.